Okie dokie, I think this thing is on. Let's see, YouTube says I'm live. That is cooking. That picture's a little fuzzy, don't know why. Welcome everyone. Glad to have you all on board. Double check. Yeah, we're good there. Okay, unfortunately, that's not as clear as I'd like it to be. But anyway, welcome everyone. And wow, Hugo last. Hey, you really did a whopper of a number there. Thank you for that $250 super chats. Absolutely awesome. And thank you kindly, sir. I really do appreciate that. Also, one fish threw in that $5 super chat. Thank you for that support. That's really awesome of you guys. And wow, what a way to start the day. Anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to have you all on board. And it is another wonderful volcano eruption live stream. I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'm starting a few minutes early, and I think most of you guys will know why. I had to acknowledge what was up there on the board, and thank you very much, Hugo. That is super awesome. And anyway, just as we get going, as I usually do, to tell everyone, please take a look at the top of your chat box. Up there, above those big colorful things, at least on mine they're big and colorful. It says 250 up there, and above those it'll say top chat and or live chat. And when it says that, that means you are indeed watching the stream as it is happening. If it happens to say top chat replay or live chat replay, you're actually watching the stream after it has already aired and finished and is now just a recording. And what that means is that you can no longer interact with those people in the chat box. They've already gone home. They're eating their cookies and doing their things. And you can, however, still make comments down below in the regular comment section, just like any other video that has that function turned on. So, having said that, first off, I'm going to say hello to my moderators. We've got Arizona Snowman in the house. Piggy is here. Paul Zilla is also here. Wow, another super chat. And CND boy is also here. Henry Nelson throws in a $49.99 super chat. Wow, Henry. Thank you. Awesome. Gotta follow Hugo's lead. Dr. Fox does wonderful live streams. Thank you kindly, sir. And really do appreciate that support. And you guys are doing an awesome job. It is really a wonderful way to start the show. And you know, it makes me have to work even harder to get things done. Oh boy. Anyway, thank you all of you for that kind support. That is wonderful. So anyhow, I'm gonna write that one down here too. So just keeping notes here just to be able to do things. There we go. Okay, got that written down. All right. And wow, no pressure. Just be yourself. Thanks, One Fish. And I am going to try to be myself. And that's usually what I am when I'm doing these streams. I don't try to throw out showmanship or anything in that sense. I just try to bring it to you the way I see it, right? And that's probably the best way of me putting it. Anyhow, as you see on the screen, this volcano is relentless. It has not been letting up. It has been taking a few breaks during the day. It took a few breathers from what I noticed during my recap, and it is interesting that it is carrying on and dumping out so much lava, though. The one thing that I haven't seen as of late is what is going on with that lava. It seems to be just flowing onto the existing flows and piling up. And in a way that's good, but also that can have detriment. And it is one of those things. Anyway, I said hi to the moderators. I'm going to say hi to the good people in here. And of course, I'm going to make this easy for myself. Hugo last, Henry Nelson, and One Fish. And then I'm going to go up the list from there. Yona is back from Iceland. Welcome. Frosty username is here as well. Welcome back. Terry Curry, Jane Bench, Miss Lobo Bob, Sandra Rockland, Rebecca Patterson, and Hugo Last. You're a natural showman. Don't worry. Thank you. Ronnie Rhino back in the channel, as well as Colin Deadman. Aaron Horton, Christopher is back. Hans is also here. Sandy Bird made it back in. Liz Markman Moyler also here. And oh yeah, there's that other guy. Okay, yeah, you know, I don't know. I should just put the bag right at the door there and just mark it Lucas. You'll never guess who got the cookies today. I'll give you 3 guesses. The first 2 don't count. And yes, you guys are right. Lucas Snow again. He got the cookies. Anyway, I was trying to keep going here. Kevin Butcher throws in a £1 super chat. Thank you very much, Kevin. And we're writing that down here. And there we go. Cool. All right, got that in. Awesome. Thank you very kindly. And okay, so where was I? I was naming names. Did I get Frank McLeod? Linda Schoof, Colin Taylor, Yona, of course, we got already. I'm just going up where I kind of left off here and dropped it. Let's see, going up there, yeah. So Linda Schoof we got, Hans we got, Yona we got. Going up some more, and let's see, who we got? We got Terry. We got Hugo. Of course, we got Henry. And let's see, who else snuck in here while I wasn't paying attention or was refilling my Pepsi. Let's see, Scott Hartman, welcome. Frank McClown, Sherry Lawson, welcome back, Sherry. And let's see, going up some more, trying to find, Joel Sunflower, welcome. Kevin Haynes, also here. Did I say Scott Hartman? Possibly already, but welcome anyway. Raymond back, Alan Coker also in the house. Echo the Bot, Ez is in the house again, and we don't mind Ez being in the house. You're more than welcome, Ez. So glad to have you on board. And going up a bit more, trying to find, Sherry Fisher is here. We got Kevin Butcher. OFU Lux from Luxembourg back in the house. Welcome. Steve Penland also here. Jason Slater, did I mention you earlier? I don't know. I got too excited with what was up there. Lost my train of thought. It's well beyond a squirrel move. Anyway, Barbarian in the house again as well. Glad to have you here. So let me go down to the bottom of the list and see who else might have popped in. Dodger in the house. Here's to Life also here. And John in here. I got Chuckster. Metal Rules. Welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And let's see, who else? Dodger, Chuckster, we got, all right, just trying to see. Aurelio, welcome, and Big Possum, welcome back, you guys. Tina Sassy also in here, so good to see all of you, and thanks for popping back on board. Frank McLeod, let's see, I think I got most of you. One Fish, I don't know if I mentioned you, I hope I did. And looking a little bit more up the ladder, I don't see, oh, William Bull, welcome back, and I think we got most of you. Yeah. Anyway, if I did miss your name somewhere along the way, don't panic. Oh, Andre, guten Abend. And let's see, who else? Storm Chaser 1211, welcome. Welcome back. And the Doghouse DMC, welcome back. Jeff Burke also here, as well as Maui Me. Yeah, Lava Maximo, and it's like, where's it all going? And we'll try to have a look at that and see if we can answer some of that interesting stuff there, but so far what we can see, it is piling up. Dominique also here, welcome. And let's see, who else do we have? Loot Mule is back in the house as well. And I'm just trying to see if there was somebody else. Don H popped in here. Welcome. And I think I got most of you for now. Talana, St. Germain back as well. And let's see, who else have we got? Diane P, welcome. And I think we're good for now with names. Anyway, I'll try to nail you guys as you're coming in, and we'll see what we can do with that. But anyway, this is just absolutely crazy. This thing is pouring out lava like the dickens. It is just continuing to do a wild job. And I want to point out a couple things here which are a little bit odd, and this is kind of somebody sent me some stuff saying, hey, you might want to have a look at these points here, and it is right here. This is another vent, and this is also probably a vent. This one here was definitely throwing some stuff up, so we're thinking that's a vent as well, and that may be brand new. And of course you see that there is quite a bit of lava coming from it. Now it could also be just a tunnel and coming from the main cone area in the back there and draining the lava. So we're not 100% sure of that yet, but what I was seeing earlier there, and unfortunately I didn't grab that footage, I thought I seen it kind of upwelling and spitting stuff out. We know that yesterday we had quite a few up in the top area here. There was a few that were kind of just cloud makers, and they'd make big clouds of that big black dirty stuff, right? So and those were right in the forefront here. There were a couple of them, and we had the other vents going in the background. So that's not happening so much right now. But actually, while we're on the screen, let's go back as far as we can, and this will kind of let you see some of that during the course of the day. And here is actually a pretty good example of when you're looking at this. I don't know, is it just me, or is there's smoke and stuff coming off of that while that's happening, you know? And to me it looks like it's a vent and it is smoking. There might even be another one right here. So either one of those are very, very possible. So I'm not sure. You know, they could be tubes going through, feeding, being fed from the main cone area, or they could be separate vents again, because we have so many vents. This thing is perforated. It is full of holes. And that picture was about 5 hours and 47 minutes ago. Let's bring it ahead in time. That's 5 hours and 30 minutes ago. And let's get it into the dark a little bit more. And there you can see that smoke a little bit more. And this is kind of what I'm suspecting, that these are vents. As you can see, that smoke billowing off of those areas in here specifically. And that kind of makes a person wonder what the heck is going on with this thing. But this is actually a very, very nice looking scene when you see that fire fountain working as hard as it is. And remember, just a few days ago, it was more coming from in here, out in these front cones. So that back has now built itself up its own ridge. So if these front ones reactivate, that actually is going to kind of create a pool up top there. I don't know if they will, though. I believe that something has shifted in here, and it's caused these front ones to collapse, these guys here, and the piping coming up is now going in the back. And that's what I'm thinking. So something broke somewhere along here, and that's what it's doing, giving multiple vents on the back side. So some of those shakers may have done that. And speaking of shakers, from what I understand, the seismic activity, it is continuing to be a large number of earthquakes, but they are smaller in size again. The largest one was a 4 magnitude, unless something else has come along. That's not a volcano, that's a volcano cauldron. It has perforations. Kim Raudenbush, you are a very astute and observant fella. Thank you for that tidbit of information. And yes, I see you. Welcome. Let's see, apocalyptic dream of bacon. Yep, it is. It is. Zoe also back in the house. Welcome back, Zoe. As well as John Donovan, and let's see, who else snuck in here while I was yakking away. Wow. I keep looking at the top of the screen. I'm just shaking my head, like, unbelievable. You know, I'm seeing like $300 worth of super chats up there, just sitting there. That's incredible support. Thank you very much, you guys. Anyway, if you looked at Gutentalk's video, he's got close-ups of that side and great shots of that vent. Yeah, we're gonna have a look at that too. I don't know if it showed in the footage from today, but I will check Gutentalk's out. Mayor 1469, so 4 size equals, okay, it has to be strong. Has been strongest. Okay, thanks. Yeah, as far as we can tell, and actually, while we're doing that, we might as well let me just zip through the time here a little bit, and we'll give you. Okay, so that right now we're watching about 5 hours ago. We'll give you what it looked like 4 hours ago, and there you can actually see the front one smoking. Okay, the front vent. So that's one of the original top ones there that's smoking, or that could be one of the little smokers right beside it. But that is shooting up a lot of that black material. That's actually what I was referring to earlier. And yeah, I might have been off a little bit with where I said they were. But that's what was shooting out. And that, of course, is making our air all dirty there. And if we carry on with the today's events there a little bit more, and we'll move another hour ahead. So this is about 3 hours ago, and you can see that it's continuing here with that black smoke, and that was pretty amazing. And here now we're seeing like the whole row we must have a lot of lava sitting back there wanting to come down that hill. One thing I'm kind of glad of, this is not glowing as much on this side. And I'd prefer if that went away and continued on this side, because that over there, of course, is flowing down the hill and going to the north. And going to the north, of course, means that there's going to be more buildings getting broken up and burnt out and hurt, and more people out of, you know, their dreams and so on and so forth, and we really don't want to see any of that. But unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to stop any of it. Anyway, let's move on time-wise here. This is about 2 hours ago. Let's see, there we go. And again, you know, it is an awesome, awesome show to see the amount of that lava just flowing out there. And you can literally, you can see it welling out of those ports that I was referring to. Like if you're looking down there, you can actually see it welling up. And I'm not sure if that is just some place for this thing to relieve itself, or what, or if it's in fact a vent. Can you explain what's going on in Iceland? We will touch on that, Ronnie Rhino, I promise you. There's some weird things going on there, and I'm not 100% sure if I can actually explain what's going on, but I can certainly let you know what we're seeing or what we're hearing, and we'll get to that in a little while. We're going to continue with what we're doing here. So, like I said, that's about 2 hours ago. So if we move back to about an hour ago, that gives you a little bit more flow again coming through, and you can see it. It is definitely continuing. There's no letting up. You know, this thing is being just relentless with the amount of material that is coming down. So if we keep going, half an hour ago, still, you know, a wonderfully lavely scene, and yes, just lots of bacon there. And I think what we'll do is we'll push it back up to live, and there you can see how high that thing is still shooting up. And it is indeed looking like there are a couple of vents there that are very, very active. And I don't know if they are merging at one point, or if they're both just shooting out whenever they desire, but it definitely, you definitely see two plumes coming up once in a while, and at the same time in slightly offset directions. So you got to wonder, is that how many vents do we actually have up there? But this is a pretty awesome sight to see, and to, you know, that this thing is just continuing to dump out that amount of lava. Now, I did have a little bit of that aerial footage. I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit. I don't think I have it loaded yet, but I will load it now. I did load the bacon seeds, so that's all good. And yes, we got fresh bacon seeds. Some of them might be a little too fresh. Just kidding. There's nothing ever too fresh. Okay, what the heck have I got loaded up here? All right, so let's do this one here. And I think I just want to see how long I made that one. Oh yeah, it's only 1 minute and 44 seconds. So here we go. We'll let it play and let you guys have a look at this one. So this is from the backside. This is how large that back crater is, and that gives you a pretty good idea. And there's that black smoker out front. So you kind of seen that, and that is a pretty big sized hole up there. In this view here, there's something, actually I'm going to try to, I don't think I got my crayons working in here. Why are my crayons not working? We'll get crayons in here. Piggy, don't eat my crayons. All right. Anyway, yeah, in this one though, we are seeing, whoa, it moved. This guy. All right. Okay, I don't want to talk about that yet. Anyway, this is what I want to talk about. Okay, I want to stop it right there. Let me get back on that video. And I'm going to pause it. Okay, so you look at, whoa, I had my whiteboard working. There we go. You look at this pile here. And I'm glad that that is sitting where it's sitting, because what it's doing is actually doing us, or doing the people of La Palma, a favor. If this lava, instead of continuing to push this way, this was the path that it was heading, if it goes down the longer path down on this side here, it's a lot better off. This thing has, in a way, if it cools off, created a natural berm to allow that lava to continue to flow down that other canal, if you will. So if it does that, it's all good. If it continues and spills over here, it'll come along this lower portion, and that's not good, because we know where that's heading. That's heading out into the streets again, and we don't want it to do that if it goes in that direction. But this does give you a pretty good idea, or a still shot of what it looks like from that side. And the point that we were seeing, I do believe, is either here or right up in here. And when we talk about it might have been another vent, it may just be a tube flowing through it, right, underneath. And we don't know if that's what the case is. So we know that it will build its own little tubes if it's overflowing, and then cools for a little while with no flow or minimal flow, and then starts up again, and then cools again, and it will continue to create, like if you have that kind of a ditch like this, and then it overflows, and every time it overflows, it builds up material on here. And then same thing on these sides, right? And eventually it builds its own tube kind of thing. And if it overflows again, it may cool off and seal that shut in that area. So you'll have flow going down the tube, but nothing, you won't be able to see it from the top, right? And that's how it does create some of those lava tubes, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, let's see. Okay, I want to run the rest of this video just so we can see it. About 44 seconds left there, so that'll give you a little bit of an idea. But like I say, down in the forefront, you can really see that. And if it's built up like a berm, we're all happy, right? So that's going to do better for the people of La Palma. Okay, much like what happens 12 hours after eating nothing but jalapeno poppers for dinner. Kim, is that what you can't eat jalapeno poppers for dinner, if that's all you're eating? But anyway, that was the actual picture that really got me kind of interested in this. But the shot we've got on there right now with that big vent in the back, and of course you see the iconic shape where it turns into kind of a V and lets the material out. And this thing is very, very large in size. And I'm thinking, well, why is that not working again? There we go. And I'm thinking it's actually two separate vents in here. Okay, and that is very, very possible. So if that is what it is, it's pretty cool. Two Pineapples has some video for you. Okay, thanks Arizona Snowman. Two Pineapples, if you do you have my email address? It's DrFox, like DrFox at SHAW shaw.ca, drfox@shaw.ca. And if you want to send it or a link, depending on how big that is. If it's too big of a file, it won't send. If you have a link somewhere, that probably will work. So anyway, let's get back to our fountain of fire and our flows of bacon. And two pineapples, are you here? Yeah, I don't know if he's here. I didn't see him, but welcome to pineapples. Zephyrus, welcome. Dennis Ray also here, as well as who else? We got Mayor earlier. Terazi. Okay. Hope I got that right. Welcome, and let's see. We got Kim. We got Rachi Rock back as well. We got Linda earlier. I'm just trying to catch up on some of those names I might have missed. Kate Summers, welcome. Jane Binch, I think I got you earlier there. Just cook in place. Yeah, no kidding. I got Rebecca earlier there. Canonescus Country, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And we did get Mona earlier there, so all good. And I think we're good with names for right now, but welcome every one of you, and glad to have you on board. For those that are just popping in, I am DrFox2000, located here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, up in what we refer to as the Great White North, and about 7,000 kilometers away from that fire fountain that we see on the screen, with its multiple huge vent on the eastern side of the cone that it has built up. So pretty awesome. Watching this is and listening to Ronnie James. Dio Invisible. Hey, you should be listening to me, Poppy, not Ronnie James. Oh boy, maybe he doesn't know that there's actually narration. Some people don't. They think it's another stream where they don't have any noise. Brenda James, welcome, and Epididymouse also popped in. Let's see, all one word also got in the door. Welcome, Junior Punk made it in. Welcome, you guys. John Lloyd also here. Good to have you on board. So, anyhow, we want to pop into the other stuff here. Okay, just have a look at the other cameras. Right now, TV La Palma has got some other stuff on there, but this is one of the other views, of course, and you can definitely see it is continuing to flow, and that fire fountain, this angle here, you can see it a little bit more with the other secondary vents that are blowing up the dirty stuff. So pretty cool. Okay, let me clear that. And I wanted to pop up to the camera up in the sky, and I don't know. No, that one didn't. Our view from the observatory up top there, unfortunately, wasn't so nice. Where'd my view go? What happened there? Uh-oh. I gotta refresh something else. That one's broken. Uh-oh. I gotta fix a different one. Let's see. We might be able to do that. Okay. Maybe not. Horrible picture in Iceland again. And yeah, I think it was snowing in Iceland, so we're not going to get a picture out of Iceland. But I was looking for that, this particular screen, and there we are. And I was looking to see where we could find some clear sky here, and it did have just a few minutes, about 7.5, 8 hours ago, just before the clouds moved in again and the smoke and everything, you could see a little bit. And those are very heavy water clouds coming over the mountain ridge from the east. So you know that La Palma was getting some more moisture on the eastern side of the island. I don't know if it rained on the west side or not, but that is the picture from up top. And if we go to a little bit further down as it got darker, this is basically what we were seeing. It's not that great of a view, and then later on, about 2 hours ago, it was just pitch black. And this is right now, and unfortunately from the camera you can kind of sort of see a few stars up there. Whoop, why is my whiteboard not there? Okay, so if you're looking, you can see the occasional stars, and then the clouds move through and you don't see anything anymore. So unfortunately, it is what it is. We can't change the cloud factors there. But that is getting back to the volcano here. Pretty awesome show of force and power. Hugs to everyone on La Palma. Yeah, and we do really feel bad for those people who have lost so much there. And we're hoping that this thing, you know, gives everybody a Christmas present and goes to sleep, in a way. So that would be a treat in a way. Also, not so much of another treat in another way, right? Because we do like watching it. Unfortunately, in this situation, I prefer it actually to calm itself down and let the people get back to their normal lives. Let's see, a few more people popped in here. Robert Frary, Sheila, let's see, who else? Ready for Jesus. Did I say Jane Binch earlier? Welcome, you guys. Kate Summers we got. Sheila we got. Okay. Leo Carlson, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Haywood, welcome. First time I seen your name in here, and glad that you're on board. And let's see, who else? Just going up the list. Zara Lucia, and I know you're from Brazil by looking at it, but Zara, please do what you can to speak it in English. No, I didn't break it, Kim. Just reading your comment there. So anyway, welcome all of you, and thank you for being here. So it's awesome to be able to see the volcano continuing to erupt. I'm not even sure what day we're on now. I think it's 70. Is it 74? Day 74, or am I missing a day or two? Let's see. The Observatory weather summary: dark with intermittent starry periods. Yeah, that's about right, Brian. Looks like the lava's spelling out something. Yeah, if we look at it, I don't know. Let's see. It says my something, or is that OY? I don't know. What do you think that says? OMI? OMI. OMI. Okay, if we look at it from the other view, though, does that change it? Can we make something out of that? Slightly different view. That looks like more like an M and a Y, or maybe, I don't know. Looks like a thumbs up in here. That's right in here. That looks like somebody's giving a thumbs up. So it could be a rose, and that's another thing. Yeah. Oh, it says rose. Rose. It could be. It says oink. Oink. That's it. I can see it. Oink. And here's the K. Oink. I'm sure that's what it said. There we go, you guys. Oh, gotta love it. Uh, okay, so it says oink. We figured it out. All right. Uh, it's got to be oink. Too much fun. Okay, Alvaro was also here. Welcome. Oh, Mummy of Hamsters also in the house, as well as Div Millen. Welcome. Henry's still here. I got you there. Okay. Awesome, you guys. Yeah, I'm glad we figured that out, that it says oink. Okay, is it microcosms, cosmos, or microcosm? Cosmos. Depends on where you come from, I guess. And either way, it works. No problem. I love the problem-solving session, Dr. Fox. Yeah. Well, hey, we had to figure out what it said there, and yeah, it must be oink. What else could it be? I mean, the volcano wouldn't disappoint us now, would it? Looks like an omega sign. In a way, it does. But, you know, pareidolia will console you, you know. I don't know. And of course, looking at something and being able to decipher shapes or words out of it is pareidolia, is what they call that process. And majority of us have it. I mean, we look up at the clouds and we see the turtle or the rabbit or the piggy or what have you in the clouds, or the elephant, or in some cases Jesus, or you know, what have you. Those things are always there. And of course, one of the things that I did learn way back when in some of my classes that I did attend about psychology, with pareidolia is actually a good thing for the human mind, because it lets you do the association thing, and it builds brain cells. So the more you come up with that and say, hey, that looks like, you know, oink, or whatever, it's actually doing your brain some good. And this is good stuff. Donald Bain, welcome. Hi, Dr. Fox. Great show. Sent you a no smoking sign from passing oil tanker from what? From feed 3. Got me smiling. Okay. Not sure who's feed 3, but I will have a look at that. And oh, yeah, that one. We've seen that ship before. We'll show that in a little while. I got to work on what I've got here for right now, and we'll work with some of these things. By the way, we do have a new word feature in the stream for the bot, and if you type in the word tsunami, like what I've got there, it will bring up a little thing from the bot, and it brings you a little bit the Canary Islands mega tsunami hypothesis and why it doesn't carry water. And that link is there. You guys can peruse that, and it definitely will give you some insight into what the synopsis is. So that's something that you guys may be interested in, and it's kind of a neat article. I did read through it. So let's see what else we got. Let's see. All right, so let's stay away from more viruses. This is not where we talk about viruses. Volcanoes, yes. What? The waterless tsunami? Yes, you bet, Brian. It won't have much get up and go to Kim Raudenbush, you are very observant. And welcome. Glad to have you on board. Peter Hoogstein also here. Lava says oink. Yeah, it does. Excellent. So, anyhow, I'm looking at the clock here. It is just pretty much break time, and I am going to do exactly that. My buddy has a tsunami PA system. Henry, that's awesome. That's flooding everything. 6 miles of land, what? Would create a tsunami. Yeah. Oh, of course, but if it only drops 3 or 4 feet, it's not going to make much of a tsunami. But anyhow, it's not the major mega one, though. That's the thing, Div. Anyhow, I'm going to go take that break. So those good people, if you joined us and you have not hit that like button yet and you are enjoying what you're seeing, please do consider hitting that like button. It certainly does help out with the YouTube analytics, and it does really, really work. So the more likes we get, the more it shows it, as well as if you guys have or are inclined, and you can, if you have a community tab on your YouTube, you could also share it out there, that type of thing, as well as some people have Twitter and things like that. I don't tweet, but that's all right. Any of those places, the more we get that stream out there, the more people pop in here, the better off we are, and gets that stream going. And if you are new and you like what you're seeing and you feel that we've earned your subscription, by all means do hit that button and that bell notification as well. Some people were asking earlier when the stream times are. They are down in the description. You can have a perusal down there. There are also a wonderful assortment of shortcut words for the different things, like the La Palma 3D, as an example, for the La Palma 3D maps. Under La Palma will give you the earthquakes locations under La Palma itself, so you know kind of where they're originating from. Yeah, you can say tsunami, but it isn't far. But we're still not promoting tsunamis, Haywood. Just so you understand that, it is something that we really don't. We don't want to instill fear mongering. Okay. Leo Carlson throws in a $30.99 super chat. Thanks for the great stream, Drock. Appreciate all you do for us. Oink oink. And thank you. That's awesome, Leo. Just got to get you written down here. Leo, thank you very kindly for that wonderful super chat. And awesome. And let's see. I see somebody else popped in. Irish Monk. I tweet oddly. Oddly enough, I'm known as the Irish Monk in that place. Oh, you're an Irish monk in both places. Excellent, Irish Monk, and welcome. Glad to have you back on board. And thanks, Leo. That's awesome for that super chat. Okay, I was going to go take that break. I'm going to do that now. I need to do that. All right. Thanks, Hugo. And anyway, I'm going to go take that break. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. Keep hitting that like button, please. Thank you. Okay, getting that microphone back on. Hopefully I'm not scaring anyone as I get back on here. And yeah, we're going to go have a look at a few things here right away. Yeah, and since it's a volcano, we'll show a picture of no smoking right away. Amelia, thank you very much for that $1.99 New Zealand super chat. That's awesome, and I really do appreciate your support. Thank you very kindly. Anyhow, glad you guys are here, and I see the likes are at 179 and 270 people in the channel, in the stream. I'm glad to have all of you on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And of course, we are watching Cumbre Vieja in La Palma, and that's what we've got on the screen right now. And it is putting on one heck of a lava show for us. So it's doing an awesome thing. Anyway, we did want to kind of throw in the no smoking thing, and of course this popped down into the harbor. The ship came back. This isn't the first time that we've seen it in port since it has been erupting. So I guess, well, the second time that I've known of this ship being there. So very, very cool. But yeah, what a name for a ship. No smoking, safety first. I guess they call that one no smoking, which is really cool. Let's see, a few more people popped in. Daryl R, welcome, as well as LR, welcome as well. And Joe also popped in. Glad to have you on board. And I think there might have been Judy L is also back. And who else did I miss here? Most of you good people are in. I think we got, Duchess of Elements is here as well, and Mummy of Hamsters. Welcome, you guys. Glad to have you on board. And let's see, did I say hi to Nancy Buchanan? If not, hi Nancy. Shauna Rock also in here. Welcome. And I think I got most of the other ones. So, Diane K, welcome. First time I think I seen you in here, maybe, or I don't know. We got a lot of people coming through here, you know. Sometimes a lot more than I can count. I don't have that many fingers and toes and hoofs and things. So, anyway, back to the volcano. We did want to go look at what was going on. So, lava flow continues in all three scenes here, I guess. We got three different angles pretty much of the same area. So this one is actually pretty bright looking. And there you can kind of see those the split vent in the back. Why is my... Oh, somebody moved my crayons. Okay, there. So you can kind of see it looks like one here and one here. So duals. And then of course you see this guy pulsating. And so pretty awesome to see. These may just be flow out points after all, from that lava, because I don't see any lava here other than this stuff coming into there, and that looks old. And where is all that lava going, right? So there must be some holes inside here, and it's sneaking in somehow, some way, coming out and pouring out from tubes or tunnels into those flow points and letting it rip. So that is pretty awesome, though. There's another big sploosh out of there. Wow, that thing must have, yeah, melting the crayons. Definitely. And just really, really cool to see that. Anyhow, let's move over to the 3D maps. And in here, this, of course, is the outflow of what was going on. And the reason I have it sitting on this view is because we want to, let's see, we want to show this area right here. And as we move it around a little bit, I'm going to zoom in, and you can see that it is a little bit more smoke coming off of there, and we are getting more lava flow into it. And the fact that it is steaming so much in these areas here and there, that means there is lava getting out there, and it continues to flow down those areas. And this is actually a fairly clear shot that you can actually see the lava flows as well as you can in here. And I kind of like that. Aerial shots are always neat, and you know, looking at it closer up is fascinating. And you can definitely see the outer edges of the rivers of lava that were here. And of course, if those overflow, they build up edges, and then all of a sudden you end up with a lava tube. But that is pretty awesome to see. And if we go back into the older flow area, and of course our TARDIS that we refer to, it's still very much so intact, and that's actually a pretty good shot of it today. And you can still see 2 of the power wires attached to that pole, which goes to the other pole, which then goes into the lava. So I don't think there's much power in the lava for that pump house. And we do see 1 wire laying broken on the side there. So gives you a little bit more of an idea, and that kind of gives you more of an idea of how high it is. And there in the background you can see the vents way up there, and that's the next area we will kind of investigate. I'll back out a little bit. We have not seen more flow here. This is kind of stagnated, so it's going to be interesting. Actually, I wanted to point out this very, very large pool here. If the water or the lava gets in there, we're going to see some big time steaming, and it will definitely evaporate all that water fairly quickly. So yeah, if we zip up, there's a few little islands in here yet that are not touched. I guess that picture is not as good. And you know, when you look at them, you go, okay, well, afterwards, what's going to happen? I don't know if people are going to be able to live there for a long time, right? Even if their house is still intact. Anyway, we back out, we go back up to the top a little bit more. And of course, top of the map would be east, left side is north. And of course, the lava flow is heading to the west. So there you can see the yellow dots are the more original vents. They're not the true vents that started everything off, but they are the more recent ones that were going. And then of course the red ones are the latest ones that have just appeared within the last week and doing their things. So actually, I don't know if it's even a week, maybe 4 days or 5 days now. So they've been doing an awesome job, though, pouring out that lava, and that is on the backside of the cone. And unfortunately, they don't show the way the cone is sitting here, but it is there, trust me, and it is tall. So again, this is one of the 3D maps of La Palma that you can get. If you take a look at the link which Paul Zilla just brought up there, La Palma 3D, there are 12 different maps on that page, actually 13, and you guys are more than welcome to peruse those. They do have a lot of good information in there. This is another one of their maps. This particular version is more color-coded for you to be able to identify the latest flows a little bit easier than before. So when you're looking at that again, this is that out plume that we've had here, and basically creating that new little peninsula, if you will, and or delta. Well, it's not a delta, it would be a peninsula of sorts. And you can see where the flow pattern is. And again here, this is the side where you see that new lava flow dumping material in, and you don't want any of that. It's unfortunate, but it is right over top of the roads. And I don't know what they're going to do in the future, if they ever plan to drive through there with bulldozers and clear the roads, or you know, it's kind of well beyond me. I have no idea what they're going to do. Anyway, we do know that there are a lot of places, and these areas here, this is all under lava. So when you're looking at it, you know it's kind of not good. Leo Carlson says, bye all, it's off to work I go. Appreciate everyone here, especially Dr. Fox and all the mods. Oink oink. Safe working day there, Leo, and thank you kindly for your super chat. And you take care, my friend, and we will see you on the next stream, we hope. So safe work, and see you later. Let's see, did I miss anybody else here? I don't think so. Okay, good for now. Grandma B is in the house. Welcome, Grandma B, as well as Tony Nagy, I didn't see earlier. Glad to have you on board. Grow Scotland also made it back, and pretty cool. So glad to have you guys all in here, and great to see everyone. Okay, so looking at the 3D maps, again, these you can bring up yourselves. There's a variety of maps that they have there, like this particular flow one, and if you actually back that up, it gets rid of all the lava, or pretty much everything from day one, and then you can actually let that play, and it shows you how it progressed over the period of time, and where the lava was flowing, right? So you notice it fills in more and more and more, and as it's been doing, it's probably going to continue. And I'm thinking this thing has got at least another 30 days of life in it, if not more. There we are, back to the volcano. We did want to touch on the earthquakes real quick. Actually, I'm going to leave you on the volcano. I'm going to refresh that earthquake page because I know there were some more that just came out, and I just wanted to make sure we got them all here. And you don't need to look at a white screen. We can look at the bacon screen instead. So while that's loading up. All right, got that guy loaded, and we'll go here. And of course, let's see, get on there. There we go. Okay, Canary Islands right here for those who don't know. And I like to start out with that zoomed out shot so you can see the other earthquakes in the area. And the only thing we can see is some over here on Tenerife. And they've moved pretty much all the other ones that were deep in the water back onto land, as they figured out exactly where these things were. And you can see that's kind of the cluster that we've got there. And that is over the last 3 days. If you notice up here, that's what it's set for. Anyhow, if we go to the other side where they were happening, we can take a look and see what's going on as far as how many they've gotten today. And they did get quite a few, but nothing super strong, which in a way is a good thing. Here's a 3.8, that's fairly good size. And we do see there's a lot of them though. Okay, so we do have a lot of activity again. There's another 3.8 we just passed. And looking at majority of what's there, getting to 9 a.m. Still haven't seen anything really large. Everything is below 4 anyway, by the looks of it. Here's another 3.8 at 6:25 a.m. And we slide back a little bit more in time. 4 a.m. there was, or 4:20, there was a few bigger ones. And again, here's the 4.0, and it was at 24 minutes after midnight. So that's basically how the day started out, with some shakers. And first one was a 3.3. So that guy there, it's hard to tell, but it is right in the middle of the soup pile here, right below that star somewhere, and pretty cool to see. I did load this one up, and that's where that 4 was. And let me get onto that screen so we can show that properly. And I did this one, so that's 23 hours ago. It was a 4.0, and it was 11 kilometers down, so it wasn't that deep. So it's in what we refer to as our upper playground area, and that is interesting, and that may be why we're seeing so much lava flowing. So the pumps are working. And anyway, 11 clicks down. That is the only thing that is higher than a 4, or so. If we go add the 3s, there you go. You see how many more it added, and that is quite a few 3s that it added, 3 plus. And then if we go into add the 2s in there, and wow, you got just everything everywhere, and quite a few. 2.8, 5 hours ago at the airport, pretty much. That would be interesting. Nothing like coming in from your flight and all of a sudden landing and shaking a whole bunch. Pretty scary. Anyway, this one 3:20 hours ago, and it was 10 kilometers down. And let's see, this one right here, that's almost in our volcano, a 2.29 kilometers down, just about straight underneath that volcano. This is more 10 kilometers down, 2.6. Again, that wouldn't have any issue on the volcano itself, unless there's lava tubes flowing underneath. But it's pretty cool, pretty interesting to observe. And now we will throw you back over to the actual lava flow, and we'll see what the 3 flows look like. So that one's getting a little bit smoky and fuzzy, and that one is worse. And I think the other one is on commercials or baking donuts or something, so I'm not sure what they're doing. We'll go back to this one, and we will leave it here. Sandra Rockland says, saw a news story today. Government is planning to build an entire new village for the displaced folks. Didn't say where. Okay. That's interesting, Sandra. I didn't hear anything about that, but that would be good of them. And hopefully they'll build it somewhere where they're not right downstream for the next volcano. Although we do have to kind of qualify that comment a little bit, because the last time they actually had a volcanic eruption there was, I believe, in 1971, down at the southern tip of the island. So if it's been that long, we have a full generation in there at least that had never experienced a volcano. So this is something, hopefully these people will consider the past and think about what they want to do in the future as well. Irish Monk says La Palma has a large structure to look after goats. Many vets without frontiers from EU countries. I didn't know that. And I'm glad that they're looking after their goats. And Pepe says, 1949 and 1971. And the 1949 one was actually, if we go back to this map here, and it's that pinkish area. Let me see if I can move that a little bit for you. There, that one. So, this one here was, I do believe, was the 1949. And if we back out and we look at the southern end here, and this was 1971 here, or this one. I'm not sure which one, but somewhere right around that ballpark. Not sure what the times for the other ones were, but that is pretty interesting though to see. So it gives you a pretty good idea of what went on. And all right, Diane Craig, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And let's get you back over to the volcano. There we go. And we're just about at break time here, so I am going to do a little bit of a break. For those people who have joined us here, and if you are enjoying the show, please do consider hitting that like button. It really does help out with the YouTube analytics, and honestly, it does help out. And trust me on that, it really does. Also, if you are liking it and feel that I've earned your subscription today, by all means, do hit that button, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. That way you won't miss any of the shows as we bring them on. This is a live daily show, and we try to do our thing. Sometimes due to work and stuff like that, we don't run, but majority of the time we are live. So you know, on a daily basis. And again, the times are listed down below in the description, so you shouldn't have any issues trying to figure out when it is. I do have it there as because I'm in the mountain time zone. I've got mine listed. I've got also Eastern time for North America listed, as well as UTC, which is the same as Iceland time. That should give you guys pretty good pointers as to when things are. And on that note, I think we're just about there for the break. After the break, of course, we will be looking at first off our bacon seeds, and then I think we will take a trip over to Iceland, and then we want to talk about what's moved down 12 meters in Iceland. So I don't know if it's 12 meters of ice is gone, or if the ground has moved down 12 meters. But we'll throw that into the discussion, and that's from Grimsvatn. So we'll talk about that. Anyway, don't go away. I'm your host, DrFox2000. I will be back in 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have the microphone back on, and welcome to all of those people who are new, and welcome to the second hour of our Volcano Eruption live stream. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and it is a beautiful day, or night, depending on where you are, of course. Actually, it's not so beautiful out here, but it's dark here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, where I am, and that's a long ways away from that inferno of, wow, that fire just keeps coming out. Anyway, oh, they changed the picture slightly. Let's change that back to turn that one off and leave the other one on. There we go. Okay. And that gives you a pretty good shot of what it looks like right now. Anyway, John Raper, you're going. Take care, have a good night, and sleep well. Mummy of Hamster says, welcome back, Uncle Doc. And the smaller ones are about a meter. Yeah, the smaller chunks. Don't try to catch the lava with your tongue, okay? It's not a good idea. Because those pieces coming out of there, some of those chunks are probably half a car. And they look pretty nasty as far as I'm concerned. So it is pretty awesome though. Hey, neighbor Pistol Pete, welcome, welcome back. Glad to have you on board. Pepe had mentioned that there were 327 earthquakes today in La Palma, and that is quite a few. So that is pretty awesome. And anyway, it is that time of the day that we wanted to show bacon seeds, and I think we can. And oh, hang on. Oh no, that says no smoking. That's not a bacon seed. Let's get a bacon seed on there. There we go. We got 2 bacon seeds right there, and they are doing something underneath that Christmas tree. Are they peeking? How dare those little guys peek? They're trying to figure out what's in the presents. Oh my God, this is horrible. It's horrible, I tell you. It's so cute, but it's horrible. Okay, so yeah, it is a nice thing. Anyway, here you go. Oh, hang on, I gotta turn the other one off. There we go. All right, this is another festive one, and I always liked having a little red wagon. Pretty neat to see, so pretty cool. And they're eating crayons. Oh, Henry, now you tell me. And Diane, welcome, peeking bacon seeds, you betcha. And this guy does not look too happy for being in the little red wagon. I mean, you look at his face, and either it's a smirk or it's like, "Arr." So we do kind of look at that and wonder. All right. And now this next one, please hide your eyes if you're squeamish. And, you know, it's not intended to be squeamish, but you know, I don't know. Take a look. There you go. Okay. There you go. Not wearing any clothes, that darn piggy. Oh, hang on. There's a hat on there. So it is cute. And I don't know. It's just fun. Is there a bacon seed vacancy? Or but yeah, I don't know. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, awesome, you guys. Let's get back to the volcano here. This thing is still shooting out like crazy. It's doing those chunks of lava coming out of there are, like I said, some of them are huge, and you wouldn't want to get hit with some of them. You know, they're not just like little crumbs or golf ball size. These things are the size of, you know, the hood of your car, or what do they call those big yoga balls? Exercise balls, the huge things. And if you ever got hit by one of them splatters, I think you'd be sitting on your hiney really quickly. Anyway, we do see that lava. It is over on the side here. Not really welcome over there. We'd prefer if that lava was heading in that direction. By the way, this hill here, that's Mount La Laguna, and that's kind of the path we're looking at. So I'd prefer if it was on the other side and went in that direction and stayed on top of the existing lava flows would be better. The stuff going out to the northwest here, not good, because that will get into areas that are still untouched as far as damage, other than the lava on top of the, the ashes on top of the ground. So we don't want to see any more destruction. It's one of those things, though. So, yeah, they turned this thing back on, and I just wanted to show that for a second. Wow. Yeah, if we do it that way. Yeah, that's a lot of lava. That's really huge stuff coming out there. Wow. Anyway. Yeah, my God. You know, just imagine getting hit with that. That would be over really quickly. Ewan O'Brien, never kick lava. My foot. Yes, you don't want to kick lava. I've been. It doesn't matter whether it's hardened or not. You don't want to kick it. It's going to hurt. Yes, Nancy, I keep saying wow too. It's just, it is. It really is like, wow. You know, talk about veracity of movement, the energy behind that, the heat. You know, it's 1100 degrees Celsius in there, and the thing up in the front here looks like a flamethrower, or some kind of a jet engine throwing out material. So let's see if we can get that on top here. This guy here, and you know, like, wow, that's just awesome to see. You know, yeah, I don't know if I want to leave it here or we'll put it to the other one. Anyway, I did want to go to Iceland and have a look there and see what we've got. We do not have any type of a visual today. It must have snowed in Iceland, because I do believe there is snow on the camera lens. So if we go there and we look at that, that's what it looks like. That was actually about 7 hours ago. And this was earlier, 9.5 hours ago. That definitely looks like snow on the lens, or on the protective coating. And if we move it into night mode here, you can still see it. And of course, right live, that is what it looks like right now, because it's dark. So we don't see the cone, we don't see anything there at all. Moving on. Oh, hang on, what happened to my... Oh, really? Okay, I'm missing stuff. All right, I'm gonna fix it. I had my pages. Why did it hide them? There's my map. It's fully intact. Why is it not seeing them? Okay, I got something went wacky with my software. Let me go fix this real quick. And we need to get the rumble chart and the Icelandic stuff back on here. Okay, we'll remove this add source real quick and grab that. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. That happens. Okay, we'll get... actually, I think we're going to do that way. Okay, and then if we move it down a bit, that'll give us a pretty good picture. Okay, so we've got earthquakes reloaded, and I'm going to reload my rumble chart here. For some reason, it just didn't love me, so we're gonna fix ourselves up real quick, and I'll even reload it before we show it, so that'll be good. And need to do a capture on that. There we go. And grab that real quick and get it up onto the screen. So that should be about good. And almost. Alright, don't need to stretch it too much. Cool. And there we go. Okay, so here comes the rumble chart, or as, well, rumble chart is what we nicknamed it. This is the harmonic tremor chart for our Ragnar rock, or Fagradalfjall, if you want to call it that. It's residing in Geldingadarler, the valley, and I am looking at what seems to be all systems upward bound. So I'm not sure what is going on, but we see a progression of going up, and that is interesting. And the reason I say it's interesting is because I've also noted something else when we look at the earthquakes that happened in that area. And let me get on that. Whoop, wrong one. I'm trying to get to the right screen. They all look alike. Okay, so we zoomed out a little bit, and just to kind of give you the heads up, we're going to look at this area afterwards here. We'll start up at the top and work our way down, and then we will talk about what's going on here. And then it'll be interesting. So I don't know if anyone noted that they were talking about a 12 meter or 12.6 meter drop, and it should be pretty awesome. Anyway, looking at the northern end of Iceland, there's a couple new spots here that we see. From the first here, 10 kilometers down, 0.7 magnitude. Happened at 2:34 in the afternoon. I think there might be a second one there. Yeah. So 1.37 kilometers down at 6:41 a.m. Iceland time, and nothing too much more. There's another little couple spots there, but I'm not going to worry about the little tiny tremors. This one is a little odd, out in the middle of the open. Well, it's not really in the middle of the open. It's right beside that old volcano of some sort, and it's 1.5, 4 kilometers down. Happened at just about 3 a.m. And as we travel further south, we get into the area where Askja is, and this guy here is Askja, and Askja only has one little spot on it today that is new. And it's actually from yesterday still. It's a 0.6, 3 kilometers down. Hasn't done anything new today. So all quiet at Askja, and that's from yesterday as well. When we look back over here, just to see, this little swarm has turned old. Nothing happening there. And I don't know if this little guy was from yesterday. Yeah, no, that's from today. 0.6, 10 kilometers down. And is this today's as well? Yep, 1.2, 9 kilometers down. So we do have a little bit of activity right there, which is not so bad. But we will continue to trek along and see what else we've got going on. So now we'll get into this. I do believe these might be new. Yes, they are. 2.1. At 16:05, so 4:05 p.m. 9 kilometers down, and a 2.1, and the other guy is 1.6, also 9 kilometers down, and that one happened at 3:17 in the afternoon. So pretty cool. And then I think there might be one of these might be new. I don't know. No, yesterday's. Old news, old news. Okay, yeah, both of them. And mind you, you take a look at that one. You see what it says there? 1 kilometer down on 1.2. Well, how far was the other one down? It didn't show a depth on that one. So that is always interesting when you see them that close to the surface, and you kind of have to wonder. Now, leaving those alone, I'm not sure what's going on there, but this one over here, and for the life of me, I'm trying to remember how to say it correctly. Grimsvatn. Grimsvatn is right around here, this complex, and what they were talking about today was that there was a 12.6 meter decrease in height of the land, and I am not sure. Water now flows from below the Van Møllejø glacier. Ice surface above Grimsvatn has dropped more than 12 meters by now. Okay, so it is the ice that has dropped. Thank you, Solar Wizzle. Yeah, because I seen the measurement they had was 12.6 meters. So that's about 40 feet of drop in ice level. So that is a big difference. So 12.6 meters, huge difference. Irish Monk, if you live 100 years, you will likely see 40 eruptions in Iceland. Okay, Iceland, I've seen 400 since, hence the gray beard. Ah, there we go, Irish Monk. Yeah, for all those who don't know, Irish Monk is not like us. He's very old. He's been around for a while. I don't know if he's alien or something, but he's been around. He's a long-lived kind of person, you know, or alien or monk or whatever. Anyway, getting on to the other stuff, I do see something here. This was from yesterday, of course, with the little extra spot in it, and 0.7 was the little one, and the other one here was 2.9. And again, it must be fairly close to the surface because they didn't show a depth. And I'm wondering if they're getting some flow out of that as well. Anyway, we'll pop over here. This is Hekla. This is where this cluster is. And all we see is some very small ones. And I don't know if these are from today. Yeah, this one is 0.9, 5 kilometers down. Happened at roughly 8:30 this morning. And there's probably a bunch of little ones here. And really, yeah. 0.4, 5 clicks down. This one is 0.4, 8 kilometers down. Oh, that was from yesterday though. So we do have a couple little new ones in there, but I'm still not overly concerned. But that does indicate that there is some type of movement underneath doing something, right? We're just not sure what's actually happening. And then you see the occasional one out here in the Tules all by itself. That might have been, yeah, 0.26 kilometers down. You kind of got to wonder what's going on over there. We never see anything there before. And as we slide over a little bit more, before we head out to our Rikens Peninsula and that area, I just want to check this out here. This was from today, 1.8, 4 kilometers down, at about just before 8 o'clock or 10 to 8 this morning, and not sure if that's indicating something happening underneath that ice sheet as well. So pretty interesting. Okay, so we go out, take a look at the water. We don't see too much way out here, but we do see this area, and if we zoom in, a lot of these, I don't know if this is all brand new. 2:05 a.m., 2.2, 16 kilometers down. That's fairly deep. 12 kilometers down, 2.7 at 2 a.m. You know, so you get the gist of it. There's a little bit of a swarm there. So something changed, something happened, and we've got multiple reactions to it, right? And always interesting to see. And of course, that is on the North American plate side. So the rib is basically right in the middle here. You can see it. That's the Reichen's Ridge, and that's the North American plate and the Eurasian plate over here. But it's kind of a mix in between because this is making brand new land in there all the time. Lisa, okay, because I don't monetize this because I use a lot of material that is other institutes material, if you will, and they don't mind if you're using it as long as it's on an educational basis. Once you do monetize the stream, though, then they get greedy really quickly, and that's why we're not doing what we're doing, right? So, anyway, let's have a peek at the Reichen's Peninsula itself, and for those who aren't familiar with it, this here is Reykjavik, the capital city. This is Keflavik, the international airport, and the little towns around it. It's actually two different places or something. Anyway, scooting in here, you see down here, this is, we'll get a little closer. There's Grindavik is the town there, and of course this is our Blue Lagoon and the power plant. And we see another little tiny swarm right there. This was from yesterday. But the little swarm that we see is these guys, and I did not notice them earlier yesterday. Maybe I did. I can't remember. This one's from today, 0.44 kilometers down. That's interesting. So we've had a bunch here. 5 kilometers down to 0.7. You know, these are very, very small, but some of them were yesterday's. So we got a mix in here. 3 kilometers down on that one. Always gonna have to keep an eye on these areas because there's always something happening, right? And here's the little swarm that is of concern for me. I'm kind of looking at that, and we noticed on our rumble chart that we were on an upward swing, and you can definitely see that upward direction on all three lines, right? So that's kind of what I'm wondering, if our indicator, when we go back to the other scene here, if that is indicating that there's some movement underneath there. Oh, I moved it again. I didn't want to do that. I want to go over here. And remember what was going on. We were seeing the swarm was here, then it kind of shifted, and now we're starting to see a swarm here. And we're seeing the rumble chart has changed. Epididdy Mouse, are you getting an education? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Anyway, so looking at it in general, and I should point out where our volcano actually is here. This is the valley here, Gelding Gedarler, and just about right where that little spot is. Actually, this is from today, so 0.5, 6 kilometers down. Right here beside that spot is where Ragnar is actually residing in Gelding Gedarler Valley, and that's where it is. And that swarm, this is the big ram here, and of course that swarm is just on the northern end of Merindalier Valley. So I don't know what the name of this particular hill is here, but we seen the swarming yesterday, or the older ones, and then now we see a bunch of little guys in here. And when we check the depth, they all seem to be somewhere around that 6 kilometer mark. And again, they're from today, right? So 3 a.m. on that one, 4 o'clock in the morning. Again, 337, 0.97 kilometers down. Then even over on this side, we see something going on, 6 kilometers down, 0.4. You know, all of them, it makes you wonder what is happening there. That one is 10 kilometers down, 0.7, and that happened at 10 a.m. And so, kind of makes a guy wonder what is going on. So if we see a natural progression of this moving and starting to swarm over here, we may see something happen again, because the natural fault is in here somewhere. And I think if it gets some lava going into those pipes, we may see another eruption. I have no idea. I'm surmising and hypothesizing. I'm not saying it will. So that's kind of what we're looking at. And I did want to see, there was a couple other ones here. This guy, 2.1 today. And let's just zoom in on that. I want to see the area. Really doesn't make any sense why that's here, but I don't know. Maybe there's something over there. And then this one out here in the middle of nowhere. And that doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense either. 8 kilometers down, 1.8 happened at 10:13 today. So natural fault, that's usually me. Yeah, though. All right, Epididdy Mouse, don't worry about that. You're getting educated. All good. So anyhow, that kind of gives you a wrap up of what's going on in Iceland, seismicity wise. And things are shaking. We're still wondering about the big drop in level of the ice, and since, you know, it's gone down 12.6 meters, that is a lot of drop, and it makes me wonder what might be going on there. So definitely, I fell down. I fell down there, Dr. Fox. Seismic graph picked it up. Oh, you fell down? Oh, you tripped? Is that what you're saying, Paulzilla? You tripped? All right. Anyway, we will definitely be keeping an eye on Iceland. It is a must for us. And of course, Ragnar Rock, as we call him, was my very, very first live volcano that I ever had seen. And it was wonderful to be able to do that. And I'll tell you, in real life, it's a whole bunch different than when you're looking at it on any screen. So anyway, I'm looking at it time-wise here. Before I get yelled at, I am going to take that break. And then we will pop into Hawaii after the break, just to see what's happening there, and we'll finish up talking about lava flow. And for those who have not yet hit that like button, and you feel that we've earned it, please do hit the like button. It really, really does help out with the YouTube analytics. I'm hoping that we can get over 300 likes again today. That would be awesome. So if you haven't hit the like button yet, please consider doing that. Also, if you have not yet subscribed and you feel that we've earned that subscription today, by all means hit that subscribe button as well as the bell, and that way you'll be notified. You can also hit that bop the fox on the nose there on the screen with your mouse, of course, not with your fist, and it'll open up the subscribe button, and you can do it that way as well. And on that friendly note, I'm going to go take a 5-minute break, you guys. Please don't go away. Keep smiling. Play nice in the lava fields. And I will be back, and I'm going to see what... hang on, we'll see if we can maybe throw you back on the other view here in a second while I'm doing this. We'll get it. We'll get it. Okay, where are we here? I want to click on that one, and I want to turn that off. There we go. And yes, we have a bunny eating for those who are interested. Okay, and it looks like maybe Poppy. I don't know. I'll leave it there for right now. Gonna go take that break. We'll probably switch back and forth here if they do something with the feed, but this one looks pretty good. Just wanted to point out that front vent that was really smoking bad. It is now doing an awesome job shooting out lots more lava. We like it. Okay, I'm your host, DrFox2000. I will be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the microphone back on, and I see we've got a few people heading out. Jojo, have a very good night. And who else was just sneaking away? Was it William? Nice seeing. Okay, William Bowl, you have yourself a good night as well. And let's see, I think there was somebody else left or leaving or something. Anyway, for those, oh, it was Jane B. I said goodnight to her, and I hope everybody is doing good, so really, really good. Thank you, Nancy, and Irish Monk says, you are our kind and gentleman. Okay, I will make sure the next life knows it. I have God's on speed dial. Okay, well, get me that lottery god, okay? I really need him. Oh, love it, love it. Janice, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And Andre, gute Nacht. Let's see. Okay, people are leaving, and it seems to pick up at night. Pat Murphy, yes and no. Okay, one of the things that we do see is like last night, it was pretty continuous. It didn't take so much of a break. Today, it seemed, I went back in the footage, it was taking little tiny breaks, but it was still continuing to be quite active. So as far as the big difference between day and night, of course, is the fact that at nighttime we can see that lava so much better, especially when we have better conditions as far as less smoke and the visibility is much clearer. Whereas during the day, the natural light causes us not to be able to see the lava as well. So that is part of it. But we do see a big difference in the amount of lava that is coming now, although we do have big flows happening during the day as well. Good night, Colin Deadman, if you're leaving as well. Take care. Mac is in the house. Welcome back, Mac O'Neill. Good night to see you. Okay, Mac is also going. Good night, Mac. Take care. And Maria, I didn't say hi to you. I'm glad that you are on board. And hopefully that's all good. Sharon Stewart, howdy doc. I made it. Number 270 today. Woot. And yeah, you made it into the last portions, but glad that you're here and you can see how much lava is flowing. And that is the mainstay of what we were yakking about. And it is pretty awesome. And yeah, so many streams of lava, very cool. And there is no shortage of bacon there, that's for sure. And I'm happy to see the brighter stuff over on the right side rather than the left side, although we do still see quite a bit of that left side is lit up. And again, at nighttime we notice that quite a bit more than we do during the day. I did say I was going to take you back over to Hawaii for a minute or two, and let's go do that. So there we go. That was from 3:41 a.m. today, and there is our good old Kilauea flux capacitor, and it is awesome to see that at nighttime. We will refresh it real quick, and that is your daytime shot, and that is at 15:34, and that's 3:34 Hawaii time. And you can see we've got a little bit more smoke happening there, but everything still looks pretty calm, cool, and collected there. So it is an awesome shot, and you can definitely see the level of lava hasn't changed much in there. And let's pop over to the map. Oh, the monitoring map went refreshing on me all by itself. What a nice map. And there we go, we got it to where we want it. And I'll back out a little bit first here so you can kind of see where you're at. There's our Hawaiian Islands, and of course Hawaii there. This is Oahu. This is where Maui Me lives, on Maui. And I don't know, some of these other ones, was it? Yeah. Lanai. This was the one that was for sale, and somebody went and bought it for $60 million, the whole island. That's what they were asking for it. And it was one of those billionaire guys went and bought it. And he thought, yeah, sure, own a chunk of Hawaii for 60 mil. Anyway, let's get down to where we want to be down here. And we'll zoom in a little bit so we see a little bit better. Our Kilauea is over here, and this is the field where we continue to see a lot of stuff going on as far as little earthquakes. Today's are a little bit bigger, 2.7. This one is only a 2, but yeah, maybe they're not that much bigger. They're all still in that same status quo of you know, that same physical size for the most part. Telling you, yes, there is stuff underneath there moving around. It's active. Something is doing something, but we're not seeing anything pop out of there. Anyway, we're going to zoom in on Kilauea right here a little bit more, and you're looking at all these different little markings that they have. These are different things like seismometers, and you can click on them and get the charts, and if you click on those, it'll make them big for you, and you can check out the movements and everything. And again, what we mentioned before here, so that's Kilauea, and that's the crater we were looking at the Kilauea Observatory. They've got a bunch of cameras as well as gas metering, GPS, and tilt meters, and more tilt meters. So it's worthwhile having a look if you haven't done so before. And if it starts getting active, that is one of the areas that we will be continuing to look. So that kind of gives you a rundown on what we've got going on in Hawaii. I did try to get some information on Etna today, and again, I wasn't getting anything, so I'm, you know, it's still the same thing. It's quiet, nothing major happening there, so we will leave it at that. I'm trying to figure out what my volume is coming from. No, that's from the shore. Or okay, that's from the one of these. I was actually in the bathroom earlier before the stream, and I knew I had most of my volumes turned off, and all of a sudden I hear this really loud noise, and I'm thinking, so what the heck is going on? And it was actually on La Palma TV, and I thought, wow, that just kind of blew me away that they would start playing music at such a high volume. In Volcano, Canary Island, measured the lava at oh, Irish monk, that's interesting. 1240 C. That's very hot. I believe it's called primitive lava, and yes, it would be. If it is that hot, that is definitely mantle lava. It's coming up from way down. Okay, I believe it, yeah, primitive lava. It compares to Hawaii. Hawaii was about 1100 degrees. All about the time spent in the oft-mentioned chambers. And you know, this is something that is interesting. If they're now measuring it at 1240, I remember they did measure that earlier, Irish monk, and they only had about 1100 degrees C out of it. So if they're now getting 1240, that means, yeah, that plumbing definitely has changed, and we are picking up that lava from what we refer to as mantle lava, right? So it's way down, and that is very interesting. And 1240 degrees C. That kind of explains why it's so much brighter on the screen. I'm just kind of saying though, right now here, keep an eye on this stuff right here. Watch that flow. It's starting to overflow right there, and we're starting to see that all spread out. That's pretty awesome. Not that I want it there. I want it, yeah. Well, it can overflow there and keep going in that direction. Don't go over here. No, don't, not there. We don't want that. This one is okay. All right. Looking out for the good people of La Palma. So, anyway, we are getting in the last 10 minutes of the stream here, so pretty awesome. Make us mental. What? Who is making you mental? Nobody's making you mental. What? Kim Rowdenbush, what the heck are you talking about there, young man? From the bellows. Maui Me says it's from the bellows. Yes, way down. So, as I mentioned before, that this area has, it's basically two playground zones, if you want to call them that, as far as where there are reservoirs that are being fed from underneath. And because of the amount of earthquakes that we've had, a lot of those reservoirs are shifting, breaking down, changing, and the material that is coming up from down below in the between 40 and 30 kilometers down, that material is being fed by the mantle. Somehow there's a plume down there somewhere giving it all this material, and it is going up in various places that are soft and allowing the lava to go up due to pressure, of course, and get into those chambers that are between 30 and 40 kilometers down. And of course, the pressure on those chambers, of course, allows the lava to flow upward even more, and that gets them into the chambers that are between 15 and 10 kilometers down. And from there, that's where it decides to find the weak points, and did find this area here and came up. So, boy, that lava on the left side is really, really getting out there. Kim Round, don't ask. Okay, I'm not going to ask him. Epididymus, of course, Thomas Snell, we could have Dr. Fox tell us a bedtime story about the evil Cascadia subduction zone and the volcanoes. It might wake up so that we can't sleep tonight. Epididymus, do you really want me to scare you? Oh, if you ever want to read a scary book, and I know the book is a little bit hard to read because they pop back and forth in history, but Full Rip 9.0, okay? If you read that book, hang on, I've got to see where it is here. Nope. Oh, darn it. Okay, I can't see it right now. I found a bunch of other ones, but not that one. Anyway, if you want to read it, it's Full Rip 9.0. And that is a book you really, if you live out there on the west coast of North America, you want to read that book. Seriously. I know the book itself pops back and forth a little bit as far as time sequencing, and it's a little hard to understand at first, but once you get about 3/4 of the way through, things start to make sense. And it is very awesome. And when you start understanding and realizing that the spring is loaded, and it can happen anytime, right? That is what I think is pretty wild. Does it have pictures? No, sorry, Paulzilla, the book doesn't have pictures, unfortunately, so it can't be helped. And Omega Dryo, yeah. Well, if a Full Rip 9.0 doesn't make you understand how bad a 9.0 plus is, then that's something you got to consider, okay? And that will make people live in fear. And we're not here to create fear mongering. I'm just looking at the screen right now going, look at the amount of lava that is pouring out of there. Isn't that incredible, you guys? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it's flowing north. Yeah. Yeah, it's heating up that area on the side, and I don't like that. This over here, this is not good. Not good. Bad, 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 bad. No, no. we're looking at it this way, and no, we don't want it. Okay, so unfortunately though, that flow is picking up. There's nothing we can do. When we look at it from this angle, you see how much lava is there. It's just an incredible amount coming down that hill. Hopefully most of it will stay within the confines of the existing flows and allow the stuff to continue. So yeah, we noticed Piggy isn't here anymore, and somebody was saying that maybe we should sing Piggy to sleep. She's probably sleeping, and it is my melodious voice that did that, but I could sing her a lullaby. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, little piggy. Oh, never mind, forget it. I'm gonna have everybody falling asleep. Almost at 300, keep pushing that thumbs up. And yes, for the lava amounts in here. And let's see if we can get it up to 300 likes. We are at 288. I'm sure there are 12 people in here that have not hit that like button. Please do consider doing that. It really does help out with getting the analytics worked out and up to par. And I would really appreciate that. Kim Raudenbush is already sleeping. It's all good. Diana, welcome. Didn't say hi to you. Maria says, what, Dr. Fox, where are all the bulldozers of La Palma? Can't they build berms as well? Well, that is something I was kind of wondering about. And, you know, they have all that ash material. And if they pushed it all up onto those roads to try to keep some of that material, the lava flow, they could build some pretty big ash walls or you know, that would definitely help steer some of this material, especially if they made it like 20 or 30 meters wide. You know, you could probably do 20 meters wide and 20 meters high, and that kind of a cone shape or whatever, and that would definitely cause it to steer itself back to the west rather than to the north, right? But again, this is something like, where do you do it, and how, you know, if you do it in one spot, will somebody else complain about because they didn't have it done in their spot? You know, so there's always those liabilities and things there that, and I'm not into the politics, so I don't know what to say about it really, and it is all cool. So anyway, we are looking at the last 2 minutes of our show for today. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to see that this thing is just pouring out like crazy. I'm not happy to see that we are maybe going to get more people losing buildings and homes and you know, I wouldn't say farms, but what do they call them? Plantations, that kind of thing. So hopefully they will be okay, and we won't see any more new stuff. And there you go. You can actually see the two back vents there in, wow, going pretty strong, and that is awesome. And then that little guy in the front. So they are definitely moving that material out. What channel is this view on? This is actually La Palma TV. TV La Palma is this one. TV La Palma. If you want to have a look at it. Now I have cropped the picture a little bit, so it's a little bit different than what you would see. You would see their big logo on the bottom and all that stuff. So I've cropped it slightly and also digitized it a little bit to sharpen it up, just so you know. But it is pretty good. TV La Palma 3D. Okay. Tsunami, yeah, there. When you type out the word tsunami, you get what our opinion is of the tsunami, or the mega tsunami that everybody thinks would happen and has not happened. Anyway, it is that time, and it is time for me to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Irish Monk says, if my parish fills my collection plate, I will buy you a Pepsi next week. That's awesome, Irish Monk. Really cool. Not a worry, not a worry. And on that friendly note, I'm going to, where's my stuff here that I want to put on? I think I changed things for some reason. There we go. Oh, that didn't show up because I moved things. Okay. Oh, hang on. We get that. We'll get it. Copy, remove, paste, and boom. There we go. Stuck that at the top. So thank you everyone for being here today. And it has been really, really awesome having all of you here. Enjoying the amount of lava flow that we're seeing. That is incredible. I thank you kindly for the super chatters today. Hugo last, of course, with his big donations, and we've also got One Fish threw in the $5. Henry Nelson, the $49.99. Kevin threw in a £1. Leo Carlson, $30.99 Australian, and Amelia with their $1.99 New Zealand. Thank you, every one of you. You guys are awesome, and I do really appreciate that support. That is really good of you people. And on that note, though, I am going to get off of here. So thank you to my moderators. Awesome job again tonight. You guys are really good, and thank you kindly for doing everything. And okay, thank you, Dr. Fox and everyone. And okay, Brian Crown says thank you, Dr. Fox, for all your time. It's always enjoying earth science and lava the chat. Thank you all mods and lava family. Placing a truffle for Piggy. There we go. And yeah, I'm hoping Piggy is actually sleeping, and that's what she should be doing right now. It is the middle of the night for her, and she has a few more. What was it? I think she said on the 7th is when she gets her staples out. So hopefully everything will be good for her, and then she'll be a little bit easier on the movements and things like that. Anyhow, I'm going to leave it there. All the best to all of you. Again, thank you to all you wonderful people like Hugo and One Fish, Henry, Kevin, Leo, Amelia. Thank you for those super chats. You guys are awesome, and really do appreciate that support. And again, thank you to each and every one of you for being here and hitting that like button and making things go. On that note, take care everyone, and have yourselves a very good evening. And please remember, tell your loved ones you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. Take care, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Good night. Oink. And we'll see you tomorrow.